Hello, Clay here, local YouTuber and fellow Hawks enthusiast. Is your DeBrincat making too much noise all the time? Is the Hawks schedule driving you crazy? Well then I have a solution for you. Wow. You have to get up, do what they do. But that was insane. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on, I make go records, baby. I'm liking this. Hello and welcome to Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thanks for tuning in. The Hawks just finished playing their 5th game of the season, finally. And they win. They get the victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets in overtime. It wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but they got it done, and really, that's all that matters. So yeah, as I mentioned, Blackhawks have finally played their 5th game of the year. There are some teams out there who have played 9 games already, almost double what the Hawks have played. And Hawks and Flyers going over to Europe, getting like weeks in between games to start the year. It's just kind of a little bit of a just mess. And it's hard to kind of just get into a rhythm, get going. Blackhawks start a little slow in the first 3 games. They've won their last 2 now, though. So they're trending upwards a little bit. They still have a lot of things to work on, but it's been a slow start. It'll be nice now to finally kind of start playing games at a regular interval. Now, Blackhawks don't even have it worse out of 8 teams. I mean, Flyers and Blackhawks going over to Europe, you're kind of expecting just a weird schedule to start the year. But then you look at the New York Rangers, who have played 5 games just like the Hawks and Flyers, and they didn't even have to go over to Europe. They've just been kind of sitting in North America like, can we play yet? I think the big takeaway with this weird start that we're seeing right now with this NHL season is be careful when you look at the standings. It's very easy to look at teams who have played 9 games and are above you in the standings and be like, there's so many points ahead, you know, we gotta win so many games to catch up or whatever. And it's just not the mindset you gotta have. You gotta just take it one game at a time and just focus on the game that you are playing. Don't worry about what other teams are doing. Or you can look at the Dallas Stars and see that they've played 9 games, but they're 1-7-1. And you can feel kind of good about yourself. Hawks, 2-2-1. Slow start, but they've picked it up a little bit. They've gotten 5 out of a possible 10 points. 82-point pace, which is not going to make the playoffs, but it's better than some teams. It's not too bad. You can definitely get better from it. And I don't think this team has played its best hockey yet, so there are positives. And speaking of not playing your best hockey, the Hawks did not play their best hockey in this game. They somehow found a way to win, though, but it wasn't pretty. But it kind of gives you a little bit of hope that you found a way to win a game without playing very well at all. They somehow got it done. And that's encouraging. The first period in this game was a bit rough, and I think it was a combination of 2 things. Number 1, Blackhawks haven't played a game in 6 days, so yeah, you're practicing, but you can't really replicate game speed, so it's hard to just kind of jump right back into a game. You'd like to think you could, but it's tough to do so. And then on the other hand, you have the Columbus Blue Jackets who have been playing regularly, so they've got that game speed in them. They know what to do. They know how fast it is. And then they're on the road, so you know they want to start fast. So the combination of those 2 things, I think, played into it a little bit. But as the game went on, we kind of saw that maybe that wasn't the case all that much. But I think for the first period, you could make the argument for that. Robin Lehner kept the Hawks in the game in this first period. He had to make a number of really good saves, and he did. He came through, and that led to the Hawks finding a way somehow to grab the lead with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the period. Alex DeBrincat did a great job here getting the puck out of the defensive zone, didn't fool around with it, went high off the glass to make sure it got out, and then thankfully it found Caggiula at the far blue line to spark a 2-on-1. Now the Blue Jackets did a good job back-checking to take away the passing lane from Caggiula to Taves, kind of made it a 2-on-2, and it was at this point where Drake was at the top of the circle where I said, from my couch, I said, hey, Drake, hey, bud, shoot it. Shoot the puck. And he did. He listened to me. He's a smart kid. He listened, and I'm not going to lie. Thought he missed the net. I did not see the puck. It was a ridiculously placed shot. Bar down. Just unreal shot. Caggiula, if you haven't seen him before, he has a great shot if he hits his spot. It's a ridiculous shot. He doesn't always hit the spot. Most of the time he doesn't. But he can snipe it when all the planets are aligned. And that's what happened here. So despite being outplayed in the first period, the Blackhawks have a 1-0 lead thanks to Caggiula's ridiculous shot. And they would have a 5-on-3 opportunity for about the last minute of that period. Unfortunately, they wouldn't be able to take advantage of it, which is really frustrating. But again, the Hawks were very much outplayed in that first period, so you're definitely happy with the lead. So going into the second period, you think, all right, maybe the Hawks have some momentum now. Maybe they have their legs under them now that they have a period of game speed under them after about a week off. But that really wasn't the case. Blue Jackets, once again, pretty much outplayed the Hawks in that second period, and it also didn't help that Robin Lehner kind of faltered a bit in that middle frame. About 5.5 minutes in, loose puck in the defensive zone, 2-on-2 situation. It kind of gets batted back towards Robin Lehner, and Connor Murphy gets out-muscled to the puck. Now, it kind of looked like maybe Pierre-Luc Dubois may have held him a little bit, and I could see that maybe getting called, but at the same time, it seemed like it probably would have been a very ticky-tack call, so I'm fine that they didn't call it. I think really Connor Murphy, just kind of looking at the replay, he kind of just loses track of where that puck is, doesn't really have the leverage anymore, and just kind of gets out-muscled to it. The bad part, really, even though that's bad, the real bad part was Robin Lehner kind of going for a poke check, flying out of his net, missing, and leaving a wide open net for Pierre-Luc Dubois to score. And it's a tie game. Fun. If you look back at the previous 4 games that the Hawks have played, and including tonight, there's been a couple goals like this where the Hawks, like every single game, where the Hawks just shoot themselves in the foot somehow. They just make some weird mistake like this. And it's just so frustrating because you just eliminate those types of goals, like make the other team earn their goals, and, you know, we might have a couple more wins to our record. You never know, but like it's just frustrating when another team scores a goal like this, especially when your goal is just a ridiculously awesome looking shot. It's just, some goals should be worth more than others. Now the Hawks would find themselves in a bit of foul trouble at the end of the second period, last 4 minutes-ish. They were basically penalty killing that entire time, taking 2 penalties, one on Shaw, one on Robin Lehner. And those were big penalties, and the penalty kill units found a way to get the job done, kill them off, and keep this game tied going into the third. I cannot underestimate how big of penalty kills those were. All right, so heading into the third period, you're thinking, all right, Hawks haven't played a good first 40 minutes. Maybe third period is where it's at. Maybe we're a third period team, at least maybe tonight. It wasn't really the case, at least not the first 10 minutes of this period, and the Blue Jackets would take advantage of that 3 minutes in. Nudivara would put a shot on Robin Lehner from basically the right dot, and it would go in and out of Lehner's glove, and he has no idea where it is. The puck drops right below him, and he's got no idea. Everyone's telling him it's below you, drop. He drops, and then Nudivara, following up his shot like a good shooter will do, and is able to somehow chip the puck up and over Lehner and into the net, and just another ugly goal the Hawks give up in this game. And it's just frustrating. And it's frustrating because not only are the Hawks down, but they're down by 2 ugly goals. And the way they've been playing in this game, there's not really a whole lot of confidence that the Hawks can get another one. Thankfully, the Hawks would get a power play 8 minutes into this third period, so they have a chance, a decent scoring chance. The penalty kill units for the Hawks, they did their job in this game. The Columbus Blue Jackets went 0 for 4 on the power play. Hawks killed off all 4 penalties. It wasn't always pretty, but on the box score, they got the job done. It's time for the power play to do their job. And of course they almost let Foligno score a shorty, but they come right back down the ice. Patrick Kane has the puck, finds a seam, cross ice to DeBrincat, and from the OV dot, he just snipes it home. Tie ball game, and this one is going to overtime. And boy, was that overtime dumb. Like, that was not one of those exciting 3-on-3 overtimes that we like to see. No, that was 46 seconds of, okay, sure, why not? Taves would block a shot in the defensive end, and then Kane and Taves go on a 2-on-1 the other way. Kane with the puck, Taves driving the net hard. Kane puts a shot on, rebound comes out and hits Taves basically in the hip and just bounces right into the goal. It was a super dumb goal, super dumb overtime period. Like, if I was a Blue Jackets fan, I would be just, probably frustrated. Like, really frustrated about that. But even though it's dumb, I'll take it. So the Hawks find a way to get the win in this one. It wasn't pretty, but it counts. They improved to 2-1 on the year, 5 out of 10 possible points. We're done with the dumb beginning of the year schedule. Now we finally get to play some regular interval games and actually finally feel like we got the season started. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.